What up, everybody? Welcome back to Bald and Board Games. Bald here. I have an unboxing for you of JISOGI Anime Studio Tycoon. Let's go down to the box. So, JISOGI Anime Studio Tycoon. This is not a brand new game. This is the second edition, the second printing of this game that's become very popular. It's by Esper Game Studio, published by Good Games Publishing. And JISOGI Anime Studio Tycoon. In JISOGI Anime Studio Tycoon, you step into the role of a new manager tasked with reversing the fortunes of struggling anime studio. Release the anime, earn increasing prestige and money. So essentially, you are trying to balance your budget and your workers' morale to get out the best anime. I'm a big anime fan. Definitely grew up in the 90s with the likes of Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, Inuyasha, Yu Yu Hakusho, all the Toonami faves back in the day there. So anime is a huge part of my life, huge part of my fiance, Bombastic, her life as well. She's a big Attack on Titan fan. And I'm slowly getting her through Dragon Ball Z. It's definitely a harder watch these days for sure, compared to other anime that's out there. I think she'll enjoy Naruto much more, but we gotta have those roots, gotta see the granddaddies. But so JISOGI Anime Studio. I just did an unboxing. That's a nice cover there, a little shimmer. Did an unboxing for Elder Tide, 1000 Lights, also by Esper Game Studio. Elder Tide is a gorgeous looking game. This one looks amazing as well. Also, this will be a setup of the game. So unboxing to setup. I'm just so excited to dive into this game. Completely forgot that I'm also going to show you how to set up the game after I get done doing the unboxing. So if you're just curious about the setup, you can jump there right now. If you want to see the unboxing, stick with me. Here we go. So this actually almost didn't get delivered. So the first copy of this said it got delivered, and then it never, or said it was out for delivery, then never showed up. And so I had to reach out to Esper, like, hey, by the way, this happened. They were absolutely wonderful. They're like, oh, let's look into it. I sent them a screenshot of the note saying, hey, your box is lost. Your package is lost. They're like, you know what? No worries. We're going to have a new one sent out to you right away. Got shipping for this, and it came within 2 days. Absolutely fantastic. The rulebook, 1.5 edition. I love the artwork there. It looks like a little table where someone would be doing their drawing. Yeah, so like the storyboarding on, doing the different cells. So this rulebook we will go through for setup. I'm not going to go through it for the how to play, but it looks pretty simple. I like that it's this size, I have to say. I enjoy a rulebook that's a bit smaller in size instead of being just this massive thing. I feel like it's more easily digestible, so that's great. And yeah, this board, I'm not sure what this board is. I think goals maybe sit on here or something. Oh, then these are the trends. That's where the actual large cards sit. I do also have sleeves for the cards, which I will sleeve off screen. I'm not going to make you watch me sit down and sleeve all these cards. So we'll do the setup without sleeving the cards, so no worries there. All right, bunch of fun punch outs. You will watch me punch all of these fun things out here. So looks like we have money, I assume. I don't know or remember exactly what these are down the side. Some sort of, maybe this is morale, the hearts. I believe certain abilities are locked on your board. A little first player token. Other side is the same. Cool, punch all that out in a moment. And then here we have the settings. Cool. Big City Corporation, Countryside Village, Mafia Underworld, Superhero World, Martial Arts Tournament, Modern Warfare, Magical Girl, High Fantasy, Steampunk Society, Historical Fantasy, Restaurant, High School, Supernatural, Noir Detective, Giant Robot, Post-Apocalyptic, Space Colony, Cyberpunk, Mega City, Zombie Apocalypse, and Folklore Horror. Very cool. So, part of making your anime, you have to choose a setting. Next, we have the twist. So, a bunch of twists in here. These are all pretty long. We see we got fell in love with the wrong person. A family lost to inflicts much pain. Must join forces with the rival team to defeat the common threat. Unbelievable talent for radical sport. Bounty hunters are hot on their pursuit. Trained for many years as a martial artist. Need a journey of self-discovery and healing. And ancestral spirit shares outdated dating advice. A magical companion will help out. Mixed race, constantly fighting prejudice. A body transformation curse. A prophecy was heavily misinterpreted. Was terrifying. Has terrifying traumatic visions. A cult is secretly manipulating their lives. Guided by an AI with hidden agenda. It was all a virtual simulation. Can jump through time, but is unstable. Secretly befriended an alien. Made a deal with the devil and it's paycheck time or payback time. The group discovers only one will be able to survive. Those are fun. And the middle part is the plot. Has an unexplored hobby and wants to keep it a secret. Inherited traditional family business. Transported to a magical world, must find a way to adapt to the new life. A cosmic threat is the only way they can, only they can stop it. A cursed heirloom brings violence to the peaceful town. A serial killer hides behind a very unsuspected job. Rescued a mysterious kid from an evil organization and now must protect it. The lone survivor of a massacre seeks power to defend the weak. Needs a crew for the journey to find lost civilization's treasure. Inherited a powerful magic artifact but has no idea how to use it. Must use a virtual world avatar to deal with a real world issue. An alien ship crashes into Earth. There are survivors. Nice. Possessed by a powerful spirit and must learn how to control it. On a quest to get revenge. A complicated love triangle, an extraordinary business opportunity, but it's mostly ambiguous. A scientist triggers an awful catastrophe. A failed experiment leads to a parallel universe. Trapped inside a cruel survival game, and a powerful legendary creature brings terror. All right, so we'll punch all that out in a moment here. Got a bunch of other goodies down here. We have some baggies. Always good for extra storage. Again, I'm not going to put you guys through me going through all the different storage things. I will do that off screen, so you don't have to worry about that. We have some cards. Let's take out all the cards here. I'll open those in a moment. We have our different player discs. So it looks like there's, I think it's 4 players. Brown, red, blue, purple. We have 4 baggies here, so this will definitely be for all the different player items that we'll put in there. Let's take some of these out. Actually, maybe I'll show you in a second here. We have some more generic markers. Another baggie. I believe player references of some sort. I believe this is a divider for the box that they just kind of gave you. Interesting. Okay, cool. All right, I dig it. These, I guess, will go on top now, which makes sense because you won't have all of these there now. But these are the boards, so each of the different colors. And then kind of the main board in the middle where you have all your actions that you'll be taking. Then all the boards are the same in look. We have the Moon Rose Studio, it looks like. Bark Studio. Spirit Animations. And Slice of Bread Animation. Best thing since sliced bread. All right, let's move this out of the way for a sec. Put you over there. Put you guys over there. Cards and fun things. All right. Let's see, let's grab one of each of these and we'll show you what these bad boys look like. I believe these are the, essentially your workers for your worker placement portion of the game. Cute little bunny. A badass bulldog. French bulldog. The Spectre. It looks like it's got like a sheet covering it. It's great. And then the slice of bread. There we are. Cool, cool, cool. I dig it. Get those off the side here. These here, I'll just keep the bag for you. I'll show you. So looks like we have like an easel. I believe that's yen, so that's money. Maybe it's like what you're selling, what you're shipping out. And there's a generic black markers in there. So I assume a certain number of these will go to each person, maybe. Maybe not. Seems like there's 5 in there of each. Let's check out the reference cards. Okay, so let's see here. These look like they tell you the cost of actions. Write, research, animate, outsource staffing, networking, strategize. And on the back side, it goes through different phases. So release phase, upkeep phase, scoring, and then popularity. So 4 of those. And then here, the solo challenges. Yes, you can play this solo. Oh, a lot of different variants. Cool. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 8 different solo challenges here. Cool. Keep solo nice and, what do you call it? Randomized? Nope. Different R word. Playable. There it is. Now, is this one of the ones? Yes, it is. I love these new ways to wrap cards. It has like this seam. They used to do this with like a little dot, but now it has a seam. All I have to do is hold and pull. It just peels open. Oh, keeps the cards nice and safe. I love it so much. Now digging up the corner, trying to peel off one of the corners there. Absolutely amazing. These are all the characters. All the artists. God, the artwork's so good. Oh, I think this is how you start. You start with your dead inside artists. That's so good. I believe like this is when they get trained, and then they can get trained again. And they have like special abilities, I think, on the bottom. A lot of them do. Yeah. Sweet. Next. Peel. Oh, it's so satisfying. If you haven't had one of these where you just peel it open, you don't understand how satisfying that is. All right, debt. So you can go into debt to pay for things. It's always great. Some star cards. Some handy cards. All right, let's see here. What are these? Are these like friendship cards or helpful cards? Staffing, outsources, senpai training, +1 of those art easels per animation or per anime you have released. It's not an easel. What am I trying to think about? Palettes. It's like an artist palette per anime you have released. Okay. Some of these are things you collect you can use at a certain time. I don't know. Looks like single player only, maybe. Or not single player. I have no idea. I'm not going to try and guess. And then we have these star cards, which are these objectives. Have 5 genres across all. These must be objectives, like personal objectives to accomplish, maybe. All right. We have the awesome looking large card. Oh god, this is honestly the thing that sold me on this game was these bad boys here. These productions just look so cool. These are the trends, and these cards are so sweet. They are so sick. Ultimate Fighter. Oh, it's so good. Wonder Quest. Like, dude. Period drama, sports drama, murder mystery. I know that I'm skipping a bunch because for these, they're so cool. I kind of don't want to show you them all. I would rather you get to experience that yourself. These are so good. Gore fantasy? Bro. What? Oh, there's a story to this too? It starts as a harmless fantasy journey, full of hope and joy, but just you wait for the sharp gore descent. Mystical journey. You're so good. And the space opera. Cool. So there's a bunch in here. Which school? Nice. Backside here. This is one of the reasons I have to get sleeves. I want to make sure these things stay so nice. All right. So last part of our setup here, or not setup, of our unboxing is do some punch outs. So I'm going to have this face in front while I go through this punch outs real quick here. Here we are. I'll drink, talking a lot. All right. Let's Get all these plots punched out to start here. If you've played JISOGI, let us know in the comments what you think. I've never played this. Like I said, definitely piqued my interest. And I backed Eldertide, and we got Eldertide. Eldertide looks phenomenal also. Also, absolutely amazing artwork in that one. Eldertide, in case you're curious, we do have a unboxing to set up for that one as well. And that one is you're moving your ship around different islands to collect resources to repair the beacons that will help prevent, or help at least let people know when there's a storm that's coming. But while you're moving around these islands to repair these beacons, this mystical storm is traveling on the board also and destroying the islands. So you have to repair the islands as well, and it kind of just gets in your way and costs you movement points and everything. But it seems like a very fun, not overly complicated resource collection game. There's a similar one that we have called Storm Raiders, where it's not exactly the same, but you're traveling around to get resources, following in the wake of a tornado that is destroying everything constantly. So this, in Eldertide, you're not following the storm to collect resources from the storm. So it's not similar in that way. But the idea of collecting resources, trying to dodge a storm, to upgrade things and abilities is very similar. But Eldertide is very, very colorful, which I really like a lot. So far, both these are very colorful. I like everything that so far that's come out of Esper Game Studio that I've gotten. So I'm very curious to see what they're going to do next and to see what maybe I missed in the past. It seems like JISOGI may have been something that really put them on the map, but I could be wrong. Oops. Man, these little things are, I mean, these little locks. Like each person's going to have one lock probably because there's 4 of them. First player token. It is hot in here. See me do this? It's because like my mustache, I feel like it's getting sweaty. No, it's not. Like my head up here, like this, it's fine. But I can tell like where there's contact. It's, oof, it's rough. Got the door open over here, fan blowing in, AC on out there. No AC flows into this room really, which sucks because the big lights definitely heat up, especially the big one in front of me here. But it's all good. You know, suffer for your craft. Suffer for that mac and cheese. There we go. Got all the ones. One. Yeah, but if you guys know of any other games by Esper Game Studio that you really like, so not just JISOGI, not Eldertide, but some other ones that you think we should check out, definitely let us know down in the comments as well. Always looking for new games to try out, especially when they have a very heavy theme to them like these ones do. Love a game with a good theme. Prefer a game that's definitely unique, right? That we don't have, that's not just kind of a rehash of other ones that we have. And you can see behind me, we have tons of them. So that can be a difficult find at times. But it's always worth looking, because sometimes there's just that one unique game that comes out and just like, holy shit, how has no one done this before? Boom, 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 and boom, that's the last one. Okay, let me get all this organized and off to the side, because I believe we will need room for all of this. So we'll go back down to the table while I do this for you guys. We'll do the medium view here, so you can see everything out here on the table. It's a bunch of little punch outs and stuff. Not intimidating, which is good. Some games, there's so many components, it can kind of be intimidating to look at, to try and sort, to figure out. These are not, which is great. The storage, this isn't anything to write home about, but it also doesn't feel overly cheap. Like this makes this very sturdy. And they give you bags to put things in. I think the cards and stuff we just found, like I said, we have sleeves for the cards, so I'm not worried about that. You don't need super fancy storage for this with such minimal components. So for our reviews, the other thing that definitely goes into play will be, I think, the weighting based on the cost, maybe what we change about our reviews. Like the more expensive something is, the more heavily things like storage will influence the rating, I'm thinking. Okay, let's get all of these sorted out by their setting and put off to the side. I'm sure we'll choose random ones of these. Oh, it says setting on the back too. Nice. Boom. The twist. Bang, bang. And the plot. Oh, that's a twist. That's not the... twist. Do the twist. Plot, plot, plot. Plot. Okay. Time to dive in to whatever... There it is. The rulebook. Right here. To jump in to setup. But they have like a little story at the beginning. Read that to you. After years of beginning on the brink... A little closer there, as you can see. After years of beginning on the brink, one of Japan's biggest anime mega studios finally went under. Bad management? Tough working conditions? A cutthroat industry. Opinions vary on the cause, but one thing is clear. The staff are the ones taking the hit. So often the blow, a group of senior employees suggested creating smaller, more manageable studios to absorb the layoffs. This idea quickly gained traction, with support from both the government and the private sector, all keen to protect this vital cultural industry. To avoid past mistakes, investors have one condition: fresh management. That's where you come in. As one of the newly hired managers, you're stepping into position of your dreams. But you'll soon find out it's no walk in the park, since, for obvious reasons, morale is at rock bottom. But that's not all. One of the new studios will be chosen to represent a new wave of Japanese animation, with a big joint investment that will make any idea they envision possible. The hopes and dreams of these talented folks are now in your hands. Can you boost morale, juggle expectations with a tight budget, and create hit anime that captivate audiences? Or will you be buried under debts and miss incredible opportunity? Time to put your studio management skills to the test and find out. Fun. All right. So, game introduction here. Welcome to JISOGI. Before diving into the rules, let's go over some key concepts to help you navigate the rulebook more easily. Tycoon-style games aim to simulate the experience of running a business, managing budget, staff, and development strategies. That is exactly what you'll be doing here. In JISOGI, players run their own anime studio, dealing with a tight budget, traumatized staff, and looming debts. By making smart decisions and following the right trends, you may capitalize on business opportunities and recruit eager talent to reverse your studio's fortune. The first zone you will need to get familiar with is the central area where the action board and common components pools are located. See Central Area Setup. The action board is a shared space where players will constantly interact. It uses a classic worker placement mechanic requiring players to think strategically and diversify their actions to avoid being blocked. All common pools are also found here. These pools contain the cards and tokens available to all players during their turns. Okay, so central area setup. The arrangement shown here is just one of many possible setups for the game. You can adjust the layout based on... So essentially it's modular. So you have this little board here. We'll go back to the medium here. So you have this board and you have the individual board. So it's saying you can set this up however needed to fit your play area. So let's move all of these cards off to the side and stuff that we don't quite need yet. So we have room to set all of this up. Okay. So place the action board on the table. Action board is on the table. Boom. Place all 4 lock tokens near the left side of the action board. 1, 2, 3, 4. Done. Place all deck cards in a stack next to the action board. These are the debt cards. Those are not. There we go. What does it say debt? Near the action board. Okay. Shuffle all networks, the blue back with the hand icons. Network. Shuffle those. And place them next to the action board. Leave a space to the side of the deck for a discard pile. So it's placing those right here and it's saying the discard pile would be right there. There we are. Shuffle these script parts into 3 face-down stacks, matching types and shapes. Then reveal 3 from each stack onto the area below each stack, leaving enough space for more to be revealed later. So they're doing that off to the side over here. So they're saying is just shuffle up these. We can a little shuffle here to get a variety out. They're saying to shuffle them. Place it here. Block goes in the middle, yep. Shuffle zip block. Whoop. Easy there. Right. Got plot and twist. Everybody do the twist. And the twist right here. Okay. It says to reveal 3 of them. So we have 2 red and a blue. Another red. Another red. And a blue. Hilarious. Red. No friggin' way. Alright. It's still crazy. Alright. So revealed our 3 for each. Just happen to be 2 reds and another one. Okay. Separate all the Genki staff cards, those are the ones with the star icon on the back, into decks according to their colors. Shuffle each deck separately and place them face down onto the table. Flip the top card of each deck face up. Okay. So the Genki staff are not these. Oh, there they are. That would be these here. So the Genki staff are the ones that have the star on the back. Not the little ghost, so there is a difference. So as you can see here, ghost, star. So we're shuffling this one, or separating this one by color. So blue, green, red, and purple. Oh, there's a red hiding in there. Okay, purple. Make sure these are all only reds. Yes. Yes. And yes. So saying shuffle these. And then we'll be making stacks up here. I'm going to do them down here, actually, because I have more room. Shuffle the trend cards and place the deck on the table. Put the trend board beside it, dealing 3 cards from it. That is the big cards here. Deal 3 cards from it, placing them into the open slots on the top edge of the trend board. Place a bonus token, that has the 4 hearts on it, so this is a bonus token. On top of each revealed card, leave a space to the right of the board for a discard. So, trend board, this right here. So it's time to put this up top, and it looks like we'll have to shift everything down slightly so we can see these beautiful cards in there. It's fine with me. Shift, shift, shift. Whoop. There we go. That'll work just fine. Right up there. It says, put bad boy here. Deal out 3 to the top. And then your discard will be right here. Okay. Shuffle the opportunity cards. They have the star back, opportunities. And deal 6 cards in the open slots on the lower part of the trend board. Flip the 3 leftmost cards face up. Keep the 3 rightmost cards face down. And return the leftovers to the box. So these 3 will be face up. These 3 remain face down. Besides, they have like a little lock symbol on the board too. Nice friendly reminder. And then all these go back to the box. Cool. And it looks like that is the central area set up. So now we have to set up the individual players. So do I have? Yeah, look at that. There we are. Boom. So we're here. Give each player a studio board and 6 matching action tokens. I don't want the slice bread. I'm going to use the spirits. I want the spirits. Let's meet our action tokens. 1, 2. These are nice plastic tokens too. Appreciate. That's 5. Where's my last one? And 6. Okay. So 6 action tokens. Got them. Okay. Give each player 2 point trackers and set each set each of these tracks to 0. Whenever a player gains points, move them accordingly. So that's for points. Those little black cubes. So this is something also that Elder Tide did, which I like a lot. They have this point tracker on the player boards, right? And they go from 0 to 9, and then 0, 10 plus, 20 plus, right? On Elder Tide, it goes over 100. And so it's this track where you keep track of your own points the entire game. There's no big board around the center of the table, which is nice. It's right here in front of you. Very small, very compact. Definitely notating that for future use. So good. Give each player 4 Dead Inside staff cards. Those with the ghost icons on their staff, leaving 2 action tokens in reserve, okay? So in the... So they have these above, so let me see if I can move this down. So then the Dead Inside are these. So you get 1 of each color. Go. And purple. So each person will have 4 Dead Inside cards, and then each get 1 of your player tokens that correspond to it. And so then there's 2 that are over here off to the side. All right. Now, if you hear this creaking in the background, that's our little puppy playing with her toy out there. And we have a studio token on top of each staff card, leaving 2 extra in reserve. Perfect. Give each player 1 of the artist palette tokens. Okay. Place it in its marked location. Right here, level 0. Boom. Give the player, okay, so now we're going to assign some, looks like some money. So first player gets 3 money, second gets 4, third 5, and fourth 6. So if I was first player here, I would get 3 money. Cool beans. Close to that. And give each player a player aid. It's that bad boy. And optional, give each player a debt card, but not the 7 described on the card. So you have the option for your first game to take a debt card or not. I think they recommend in here to not do the debt at the beginning of the game if you're newer, but once you become more experienced, you can take a debt card at the beginning of the game. You don't get the 7 money on here. You just start off in debt, so you have to pay this off. This has become a new thing as well. I think Rosalie also did this, another game that just went through its whole crowdfunding situation where you have debt, you're trying to pay off debt, and that's one of the mechanics, is taking that real-life struggle of trying to earn money to pay for living, but also trying to pay off debt. So you can take one of those that is optional, but you do not get the 7 money to go with it. This is to create a pool of all the excess tokens around the board, and I believe that is it. And that would be JISOGI Anime Studio Tycoon. There we go. Press the right button. Thankfully, enter doesn't do anything on our little pad over here. Fun. Very excited to play this. Oh, one thing I did miss, my apologies, is with these guys here. One of these is supposed to go on to each of those. Or above them, I think it says. Putting those onto each of them. I think the first person to nail it exactly gets that something. That'll benefit somebody in some way. So those go on there. That's part of the setup when you put those out. I just forgot to do that. Wow. All right. Oof. JISOGI. Anime Studio Tycoon. Oh, there's artwork in the box too. Let me show that to you. I love this trend of in-box artwork. Very excited to play this. I will definitely end up playing this solo if I can't get someone else to join in with me. I'm going to try and get Bombastic to play this with me because she likes the anime. We'll see if she's a fan of the mechanics or not. I don't think it's quite cutthroat per se, but we'll see. Either way, I appreciate you sticking around and watching this unboxing to setup of JISOGI Anime Studio Tycoon. Like I said in the comments, let us know if there's any other games by Esper Game Studios that you like. That isn't this or Eldertide. I'm very curious to see what else they have out there. I can look it up myself as well, but it's always nice getting a recommendation from fellow gamers. If you'd like to stay up to date with what we are doing here at Bald and Board Games, please make sure that you are subscribed on YouTube here and follow us on Instagram as well. That is where most of the updates happen, and then here videos just show up. Eventually, we will be having a Patreon, possibly a YouTube membership for you guys to help support us. We continue getting games and making content for you, and then it also helps support us in our game creation that we've been working on, so stay tuned for all that information. But this is Bald and Board Games. I'm Bald. This is an unboxing to set up of JISOGI Anime Studio Tycoon. I will see you at the table.